be a fun job mowing all this.
Yeah. The solar panels up there. Look out there.
Yeah, very pretty spot. They got all kinds of tables in that here.
Yeah, even in the middle over there.
Yeah, they put a lot of money into this stop.
sure
I remember when they built it. I just never came to it before.
Plenty of room.
Oh yeah, it's pretty wide. Yeah, to see a sunset here would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yep. Isn't that pretty? I just love it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a nice job on this rest stop. And then they got a pet walk down there. Too bad they didn't have some trails. Then it shows the, well, let's go around this way. It shows the,
Oh, is that ship?
yeah, it shows, well, no, these are the old steamships that used to be on the lake.
Okay.
And there you can see the Stowe Ferry. See, the Stowe Ferry goes across to what is now the casino. And this is Bemis Point, and we had a fleet of these ships, double-decker ships here, that used to go all up and down Chautauqua Lake. And we had, I think, if I remember right, there was 8 of them, and none are left. Some sunk to the bottom of the lake, and then there's one down in Greenhurst that it got pulled up into the woods with a hoist, and is sitting away rotten in there. If you hike back into the woods, you can see one of those back in there, a huge steamship down in Greenhurst.
Oh.
It's so you can hardly get to it because it's nothing but a swamp and it's marshy. You'd have to have waders on to get to it. They pulled it right up into the woods, up on the land, and just let it rot in there. I don't know why they did that, but look at the old car on the Stowe Ferry.
Oh, that is.
That's neat. Yeah, see, Bemis Point, Stowe Ferry.
Okay.
See, flatboats made from locally cut timber carried goods from Chautauqua Lake to the county's interior. It began the Stowe Ferry began operation in 1811 and was the only transport across Chautauqua Lake until the bridge was opened in 1982. So that means if that bridge ever collapses, it's going to be going back to the only way to cross the lake since 1982. And then over here, this one tells you what Chautauqua means. So this is a map of the whole lake here, Chautauqua Lake. We live like right over in here. We're 1 mile from the lake, so it's right about in the middle. See, the interpretation is bag tied in the middle. It's an Indian name. Sack tied in the middle right here. To me, it looks more like intestines or a colon. That's what I think. But anyway, that's the lake. 17 miles long from one end to the other. Okay, guys, Bridget and I are here at the Overlook. It's a brand new rest area that they built a few years ago. And I never stopped here. Bridget did on her way to work, and she loved it. She's like, I want to show you the rest stop, because I knew they built it here. I just never came here because, you know, it's right in my own backyard. But it is a pretty spot, Chautauqua Lake there in the distance, and we're on our way to the cemetery because I'm going to put my brother in the ground, his final ashes that I have of him. So I'm going to bury him right on my grandma's plot because he thought the world of my grandma. So that's where the last bit of ashes that I have is where I'm going to bury him. So we're going to do that today and then go get some hanging baskets for the porch. And so just thought, take a look at this place. It's a beautiful spot. Beautiful day to be out overlooking the lake. One of these days we're going to get a lunch and come up here, or a dinner, better yet, a dinner, because then we can see the sunset. We'll come up here with a dinner to go, and we'll eat at one of these tables and watch a sunset across the lake on the west side. So you get a beautiful view from here. So we're gonna head back and go to the cemetery. Okay, guys, I'm at Lakeview Cemetery, and my grandma and grandpa are buried there, as well as my sister. So I'm gonna put my brother right on top of my grandma. If you want to hold that, I'm gonna go get his ashes. And my stepsister, her dad is buried over there, her real father. I got my brother in just a tin. It's all I had. And I wasn't sure if I should just put his ashes in the ground or bury him right in the tin, but I think I may just bury him right in the tin because he's in a, right here, honey. Yeah. This is my grandma. And that's my grandpa that I was named after. And then there's my sister. She was born in 1964, died in 1965. She was only a year old. So she was blind, she had cerebral palsy, she had all kinds of health problems, a lot of things wrong with her. So right here, if you want to hold this for me, please. I wonder if I should do it at the head, because if someone planted flowers, I don't want them, although it should be going that way, so I'm just gonna do a plug.
There's a hole right here.
Yeah. Find my grandma trying to dig herself out. Yeah, Todd thought the world of grandma, so. I want to put it deep enough so somebody doesn't accidentally dig them up. I think that's deep enough, huh?
Yeah.
Don't raise it too high. I don't want anyone to see me doing this. Okay. Try to get them like right in the middle of the stone. A doctor's tin isn't the best thing, but it's all I got. So I hope Todd's gonna be happy here, because he thought the world of grandma. So rest in peace, brother. This clay dirt here, and then I'll put this, stomp this plug down on top, and no one will even know I dug here. Put a little bit of soil right there on the end right there. Okay. Oh geez, I got dirt all over it. There, now my brother is with his favorite grandmother. That's my dad's mom. I can't believe it's been a year and a half since my brother was killed, and he was killed right over there, not even a mile away. So yeah, just try to scrape some of the dirt off on a root or something, honey, so it don't get in your car, but I'll vacuum your car out if it does. Yeah, not even a mile away. He was killed over there on the interstate. Runs right by the city. We're at the city line. And that's where he was hit head on. So we spread his ashes at a lot of his favorite places. And I had, I don't know, probably like a cup of ashes left in a Ziploc bag. And I just put them in that tin. And then that was all that I had left. So I took what I had left, and I thought the best place to put the remaining portion of his ashes was to be with Grandma, because he thought the world of my grandmother. He really, really loved my grandmother like you wouldn't believe. I mean, he just adored that woman. So, yeah. She was a good woman. She was a wealthy woman. There goes a funeral. Funeral's passing by right now out there. I don't know if it's showing up in the video, but the hearse is going by. So they're bringing someone else to the cemetery. This is a huge cemetery. And this is the cemetery, Lakeview Cemetery in Jamestown, New York, where Lucille Ball is buried, because that's where she's from, is this area. So, nope, they're going up to the Catholic cemetery. Todd's ashes are up there in that cemetery too, because of his wife. Yeah. So they put a big urn up there. But now part of Todd is over here with our family, instead of just with hers. So anyway, I forgot what I was saying. So I'm glad that I finally put the remaining part of my brother to rest, because I don't know what, like for last year he's been in my sock drawer. So so I hope he didn't mind. He's probably laughing about it, but I just didn't know what else to do with him. So that'll be good. I think Todd will be happy that I put some of his ashes with Grandma, because no one else did. And I really need to come up and plant some flowers on my sister's grave and Grandma and Grandpa, and I need to get up to my parents. I haven't done my parents' plot in 2 years, and I've done it annually for the last 15 years. So 14 years, 15 years, somewhere in there, a long time. And anyway, so now we're gonna go get some flowering hanging baskets for the porch. And if you guys remember, I did a tour of this cemetery several years ago. I did a walkthrough and showed a lot of the big fancy monuments in here. I mean, this cemetery is gigantic. They got Soldier Circle up here. All the vets are buried here from the area, spanning all the wars, going back to the Civil War. There's Civil War graves here, and Civil War sections where it originated, the original portion of the cemetery. But I couldn't even guess how many acres this is. I'm sure it's, oh my God, I don't know, probably over 100 acres. I don't know how big. It's huge. It's just a huge cemetery. But yeah, there's the roots. Isn't that something? Yeah, this tree just grew right over the stone. Yeah, there's some colossal oaks in here, I'll tell you. Old growth trees in this cemetery, and it is massive. I visited Lucille Ball's grave here. You know, it draws a lot of people that come to this area, you know, people that were fans of her show, I Love Lucy. And yeah, she's down a ways. She's probably about down half the distance of how long the cemetery is. And but this is one beautiful cemetery in the summertime, you guys. The flowers and the flowering shrubs and the rhododendron and azaleas and all the different flowers that are in here is just, this place is just staggeringly beautiful. One of the most beautiful resting areas you would ever find anywhere. And maybe sometime I'll do another tour of the cemetery, do a walkthrough on it and check out some of the older sites. So, you ready, hon?
Yep.
All right, let's go get some hanging baskets, and I'm glad that my brother's finally now resting with my grandma. So it's an important day to put the rest of him to rest, and I'm sure he's happy. Ooh, that looks good. This way and then left. There's the wishing well. That's the only wishing well in here. People fill that with flowers. I knew a woman that used to plant that every single year. She was the caretaker of it, and then she passed away. Now she's There's an old grave here. This one that's got these bars around it. That's an old one there. But yeah, with the flowering crabs and the sand cherries and all the different types of shrubs and trees in here, it's just really, really nice. Just a beautiful place. And then there's the elk statue. That's something that this cemetery is well known for, is this bronze elk right there. See that big elk? Look at the wreck on that thing. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Louis Heinemann. Yeah, well, May 1st, 2024, laid the last remnants of my brother to rest.